When most people spar, they spar like their ego's on the line. That's how you get stuck. Today I'm giving you 5 keys I wish I knew years ago that actually will help you make sparring more productive. Before we get started, make sure that you're already subscribed so you can stay up to date with anything that I'm posting, because I'm bringing a lot more good content. Number 1 key point is to treat sparring as learning and not winning. Slow down. When you go into sparring, if you're not going in with a game plan on things that you actually want to work on, your A game, your B game, your C game. My A game is the thing that I know that I can hit anytime I want. My B game is the stuff that I know I want to get better at, but I have a good foundational understanding. And my C game is the stuff that I don't have any confidence in. When you go into sparring, don't spar with people who are on your level. Don't spar with people who are better than you. If you're trying to work on your B and C game, spar with people who are a little bit less than you. Not to hurt them, but to actually just be able to feel comfortable throwing the things that you want to work on. Go into sparring to work on your B and C game. Your A game doesn't need to be worked on. You can work that by yourself. You need to go into sparring with your B and your C game. For example, if my jab is really good, but my cross to the body sucks, I'm going to work on my cross to the body the entire time. Everything I do is to help me set up my cross to the body, because I got to get more comfortable throwing that with impunity. Too many people don't go into sparring with this mentality. They do not go into sparring with the mentality to get better at the things that they suck at, because their ego is too much on the line. So they don't want to feel like they're not being a good fighter. They want to feel like, oh, I'm a great fighter. I can do this. I can get in the cage at any point. But if you really want to get better at fighting as a totality, you have to be willing to suck at the things that you suck at so that you can get better at the things that you suck at. Which leads me into my next point. Focus on one goal each round. Defense only or footwork only. Those are just 2 examples. Like I said, sparring is meant to work on the things that you need to get better at under pressure. If you're trying so hard to get better at everything under pressure, you just don't have enough time. If you're sparring multiple times in the week, you have more opportunities to work on multiple things that you're not good at. So don't try to cram it all into one session. Also, on top of that, when you feel like you've got a good handle on the things that you need to work on, go try it on the people who are now on your level. The people below you are to work out the kinks. The people on your level are to make sure that you got that shit cemented and you have the courage to throw it when you need to. Number 3, you gotta use feints. 90% of beginners never do this. One of my sparring partners once told me, he said, if you're getting tired by feinting, you're doing it wrong. A large part of fighting is about deception, which means that you should not be throwing honest strikes all the time. One of the biggest problems with beginners is they throw everything to try to land a killing blow. That can seriously backfire on you, especially when you have somebody who might be slightly better than you. When someone is better at fighting than you, they have more experience than you, throwing honest stuff all the time can actually hold you back because you're not going to land it. Feints and fakes are a great way to set up what you want to throw actually. Work on what my sensei calls the 5 feints. Feinting with your hands, feinting with your body, feinting with your takedowns. And it's really like 3 feints from hands, legs, body, all that. But you can use your hands to set it up. You can use your legs to set it up. You just got to be deceiving your opponent more often than you're actually throwing. And here's a good equation for it. For every honest strike you throw, you should be trying 3 feints. Which means for every honest punch you throw or every honest kick you throw to try to actually land on somebody, try to throw 3 feints beforehand to mix it up and confuse them. And don't throw the same hand. Sometimes fake with the jab, sometimes fake with your hands, then fake with a shot, then fake with a kick. Mix it up. Don't do the same feint over and over again. Confuse them, and then on the 4th strike, that's when you want to throw an honest shot. And honestly, make it somewhere where you weren't feinting at all. So if I was feinting with my punches to the head and faking with my shots to the legs, when I throw my actual strike, be it a punch or a kick, I'm going to hit that body. Number 4, learn to reset. Step away, breathe, and come back to the struggle with intention. One of the worst things I see is people going to war inside the gym. For what? And this oftentimes happens a lot of times in jiu-jitsu too, where people are so focused on getting the tap. They'll get the tap and then we have to start all over. The way that I train my guys, if you are in a position to tap somebody who actually might be not as good as you, or if you get the tap, that's not the end. Don't actually get the tap. If you get to the position where you can get the tap, let the person work out of it. This way, you get more activity time on the mat. And the same can be said for striking. All too often, people are going for the overwhelmingness of striking, when you should actually be racking up exchanges in striking. One of my cardinal rules is, if I have to output effort to make up for my lack of timing because I got a good shot or combo landed on me, then I lost that exchange. I don't care what happens in the actual fights in terms of people overcoming and just coming back with more ferocity. Why would I do that? Work on your timing. Work on your eyesight. Do not come back with ferocity to a good hit. All that does is ramp up sparring to a level that nobody wants it to get to. If you get hit with a good shot, reset your intention, because you got more time. You're in here to work. You're not in here to kill each other. Work on your timing, work on your shot placement. And if you get hit with a good shot or a good takedown, that's fine. This is why we work out these kinks. You reset, work out of it, and get back to your feet, or get back to a position where you can, have a good exchange again. Get as many exchanges in sparring as possible. Do not try to end the person in sparring. Get as many exchanges as you possibly can. Reset your intention, reset your body, reset your focus, and as always, let your ego go. This last one is one that you have to take with a grain of salt, because a lot of gyms may still feel some type of way about this. But me personally, I would advise you to record your rounds and review. A lot of people don't like seeing themselves on camera. And those who do, a lot of times are just like, oh, I want to see what I did right. I want to see I landed that shot really good. Look for the times where you got landed on. Look for the times where you didn't do so good. Look for the times where when you hit a shot, when you hit a person, or you hit a shot or something like that, it came out really, really shitty. Because in those moments are where you're going to find your ability to become better. You're looking at sparring footage not to stroke your ego, but to actually strip yourself down and say, what am I doing wrong and what can I get better at? That is what sparring is. Reviewing sparring footage is for. If you're reviewing your sparring footage for anything other than that, all you're doing is stroking your ego and you're not learning anything. Remember, all of these techniques are to learn something, not to make you feel good. You have to go into these habits with the intention of, I'm not here to feel good. I'm here to feel like, okay, I need to work on something and I need to know what I need to work on. That is it. Try these tips in your next spar. Comment below what works or what you struggle with. Want me to break down my own sparring mistakes? Watch my next video right here.
This is where you gotta push past your limits. If you don't, then your path ends here.